What's up, y'all? My name is Pax Ultra, and we are back with Dishonored 2. We have just awoken upon the dreadful Wale, ship of Megan Foster. I believe we are headed to Karnaca to further investigate the Crown Killer murders, but first, we're going to get to explore the ship a little bit. So, is there anything useful or worth having in my room? Does not appear that there's anything to loot in here, so let's go ahead. Door is blocked. Okay. Oh.
What is this place? Where am I?
Well, alright. We are in the void, okay. I didn't know if that's what it was called. This is like where Corvo was granted his powers from the first game. Okay.
I can feel something moving closer. Watching.
Yeah. It's probably the outsider. This looks just like the rock that Delilah encased Corvo in.
Empress Emily Caldwin. I am a friend of your father's from the bad old days. I never expected us to meet. I watched your mother die at the hands of schemers who wanted your little empire. Then you were rescued by a man in a strange mask. I thought that was the end of the excitement. But someone yanked the rug from under your feet. You've lost your throne and your father. And I promise, Delilah won't just give them back. So, what are you prepared to do about it? Your Imperial Majesty? And are you clever enough to do it without spilling a river of blood? I asked Corvo those questions 15 years ago. This is the moment that changed him. Now it's your turn.
Well, I think we are definitely going to accept the outsider's mark.
It burns from the inside. I feel like I'm standing at the edge of something. All the stories, they're true.
Okay. Alright, so it says just press the left mouse button.
Incredible.
Whoa. Okay. Across the floating island. Can I get up there? Alright, so if I hold it, it's a lot like the teleport from the first game.
This is how I'm going to save my father and reclaim the throne.
Still, I am a bit... I'm a bit nervous. The fact that we weren't really... I don't think we were given the option as Corvo in the first game to accept the power, so I wonder if there are going to be story consequences for doing so as Emily. Alright, so it shoots in an arc. And there is Mr. Ichabod Boyle, who we discovered last time. Oh my gosh. I did not see the meat hook in his gut. Grab the heart.
Corvo mentioned being here once.
I was hoping we would get something like this.
I know you. Do you remember? It's been so long, and you've been through so much. Even as an echo of myself, It's good to know you're there.
Mother? You're here, but you're not here. In my hand, but somewhere else.
Only the last of my essence. With you for a while. If only I could reach across this great expanse and take you into my arms. But I have this to offer. My gift and my curse. Summon me to your hand, and I will guide you when I can.
That's grim. That is grim. Alright, we can lock onto that. Now, if we switch away from the heart, yeah, okay, cool. So we don't have to keep it equipped if we are looking for runes, as long as we have that one locked. What is up here? I shouldn't get sidetracked. I need to focus on getting over here to that room.
Who is Delilah really? How could she? I don't understand.
So I don't know these two. We know him. That's Delilah, and then I'm guessing you are the Crown Killer. Okay. Let's grab this rune. Pick up.
There's no one quite like Delilah. I watched her pull herself up from blood and filth until she was in a position to steal from the wisest scholars in the Empire. Survival and ambition, art and magic, with a cunning that makes fawning sycophants of those around her, all of it leading to what you saw at Dunwall Tower. Delilah's playing the long game. She took all the abuse the world could deal out, and now she has a crown. But I'll let you in on a secret. She's got her eyes set on a much greater prize.
When I was 10 years old, bored with my lessons, I dreamed about sword fighting and sailing the ocean. Now I'm realizing that the world is stranger than I ever imagined. Everything I know has been turned on its head, but I'm dealing with it the best I can. When you look at the great jeweled map at Dunwall Tower, Karnaca is the southernmost port in the Empire. A fat, red ruby. That's how I always thought of it. Up close, the city smells like the ocean and strange spices. Up close, it's a tangled story of blood and ambition. The birthplace of my father. Megan Foster is a stranger, but there's something that makes me want to trust her, despite her guarded disposition. She got me out of Dunwall, and I need answers. Delilah and the Duke made me look like a murderer, using the Crown Killer to butcher my political adversaries. They took what was mine, and I'm gonna get it back.
Alright, so I believe we are now actually on the Dreadful Wale. So I'm gonna have another look over this room just to make sure that there isn't anything here this time. Travel log. I wonder... right. Okay, what is this? Ah, okay. So this appears to be some way to just kind of keep up with where we have been. Alright. I don't think we need that quite yet. Letter from Emily. You know, maybe I'm just being paranoid because we've been betrayed so much in the first few hours of this game, but I don't know that I trust Wyman either. I get the feeling that he's going to come up later in the game, and it's not going to be good for us. One way or another. Either he is going to betray us, or perhaps he will have been captured and we will have to save him. Alright, but for now... Ooh, finally! Alright. So now we know that it looks like we're going to be buying our new equipment from the black market. It's against the law. I wonder if there's going to be some kind of in-game effect. Like, is buying from the black market going to increase our chaos level? That would make this very difficult. Alright. Maintenance list. Alright, so it looks like Anton might have been taken, which is unfortunate. That means we are going to have to find him, and apparently we now have like a side objective to get into this room. Alright, I wonder... let's see. I may have to take a moment to rebind things. Okay, so pistol is on 1, grenade, not likely, crossbow, there we go. 4 is nothing. 6 is the heart. Oh, there's a rune on the ship, awesome.
Push out into the harsh world. You are alone, but for a few allies.
Can I sheath my sword? No, I cannot. Alright. I'm gonna keep exploring. I do want to see as much of the ship as I can before moving on with the story. I'm actually also going to save. Learned that lesson the hard way. So this all goes outside. Here is the wheel. The helm, I guess, is a better way to put it. Addermeyer solution. Alright, I'm pretty sure that increases our blue juice, our mana. I don't know what the official term is in this lore. Dreadful Wale accounting. I will read that in a moment. Let's see, map.
Dunwall seems so far away. I'll come back soon, Father. I promise.
It is pretty stinking far away, all things considered. This is Karnaca. Alright, let's read this book. Alright, yeah, it definitely seems like we are operating on limited resources here. I don't even know what kind of crew complement this ship has. I haven't seen anybody yet. There is the name of the ship that I was looking for. it seems like the good Captain Foster might be dealing with most of this on her own. Especially if Anton is no longer with us. I'm gonna go downstairs now and just have a chat with her. Most likely we will have the option to look around before beginning the next mission.
Must be cursed. Daft old man, this is some shit. Back to that city. What would we have done in the old days? All sharp metal and shadows, we'd say.
Alright. Actually, since I have the option...
If we're lucky, the Howlers will be distracted by some score they're working.
The Howlers, is that a gang like the Hatters? Oh, found the loo. Or the bathroom, as we say in America. Okay. Warning. Is this the engine room? I actually know absolutely nothing about how ships are designed, so... I mean, this could be anything, but it certainly looks like the engine rooms I've seen on television. Trying to fix the secondary engine. Hey, there you go. That was actually really heartwarming. Anton and Megan seem to have just one of those relationships where the two people involved tend to bicker about things a lot, but, you know, they really need each other in the end. Like, that's just how it goes. My parents were that way, actually. They argued constantly over the littlest stuff, but they would never leave one another because they were just best friends in that way. Hopefully we will be able to get him back without something tragic happening. Ugh. Crossbow bolts, yes. Finally, some ammo that we can use. Although, frankly, that's another example of, you know, something that's probably going to be more useful killing guys, which we won't be doing. So I think that's all there is down here. Huh. Where is that rune? Was there another door back here? I think there was. Yeah, there we go. Oh, never mind. This is the bathroom. Okay, well, I guess we literally cannot progress at the moment until after we have talked to Megan. So let's go and see what she has to say.
You're up. When you're ready to talk, I'll tell you what I know.
Oh, well, alright. I am not ready to talk. Crown Killer strikes again. My goodness, it is everywhere.
We've been en route for 2 weeks. I hope Sokolov is alright. Wherever he is.
Yeah, I kind of got the impression from reading stuff, poking around, that he is missing. Get a study by... what is this? Alright, just a little bit more world building. It seems like the search for alternative energy sources has begun, which is actually a really good thing. Ooh. I will have some of that just to top myself off. I'm not sure what hurt me, probably the rats. So this needs to be washed, but other than that, the kitchen does not seem to be... I know I'm not using the boat words, I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm not a boat person. Everything in here seems to be in good condition, so I'm not. Pear soda. Oh. Oh, well. Sorry, Megan. Did that? And it's just gone. Okay. It has entered the void. I guess the outsider was thirsty. Alright, nothing of interest in there. We've already looked over there.
Karnaca looks pretty from a distance, but it's a city on the way down. And the bloodflies are bad this year.
Good to know. Oh, anything to loot in here? No. Look like it. And I can't unlock that door. Rip the dream. Blood of the Bell House. Whiskey tumbler, just a bunch of junk. Am I gonna have to sneak through here at some point? Most likely. I mean, that's just kind of how games work. At some point, I feel like I'm gonna have to sneak my way through here. So I guess it's good that we have a lot of glass to throw. All right, let's read this book. So that is a little bit of background into the rulers of Sukonos, going up to the Duke guy. Ooh, Delilah. Why do we have a portrait of Delilah?
Why is this here? It's Delilah.
Anton started it just before he was taken. They've got history, but he wouldn't say more.
Okay. Mr. Sokolov. Still though, why on earth would he paint a picture of her? Okay. Empty bottles. Oh, is this his... This looks like it might be his workshop area. Definitely take those crossbow bolts. They might come in handy. Nothing...
Always tinkering, painting, or living life with gusto. That's Sokolov.
I still have not figured out what the vice is for. Is it just another way to distract enemies? I'm sure the game will give me an excuse to find out at some point. Alright, so that door back there is locked. Let's see what we have in here. What the... Oh man. Okay. So, I'm not gonna open this. Like, I really want to, because I want to know what happens and what what that thing is. But I think these are probably the bloodflies that people have been talking about. And unless I missed something, I don't yet have a way to deal with them. Alright, take that health elixir and that solution. Sokolov's note. Bloodfly study. Ooh, maybe this will have the answer. Yeah, so these things are probably one of the most vile insects I've ever read about. And I don't have any fire with which to kill them yet, so we will...
I'll always miss my lessons with Anton Sokolov. He made so many clever devices during my mother's time.
We will hold off on letting them loose for now, but we will definitely be back here. Alright, there are at least 2 more documents to read in here, so let's start with this one. Investigation notes. Yeah, so it looks like Anton might have waited a bit too long to come and warn Corvo about what was coming. Granted, there's no guarantee that Corvo would have been able to do anything to Delilah before this point. He certainly was not her equal in the throne room. Alright, what is this? Yeah, so, I don't know, Anton definitely is a smart guy, but I think it's very telling that he used the word exploit when talking about a new continent. The people of the Empire definitely don't seem to have conservation in mind, that is for sure. Okay, let's listen to this.
Dearest Emily, or must I say, your Imperial Majesty, I have something that you and Corvo must hear at the first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Killer. When I left Crystal years ago, I swore I'd never again take part in any further political matters. I've done my share of bad things, and some good, before and after the Rat Plague. But here in Karnaca, I've uncovered a terrible conspiracy against you. Here, at the bottom of the Empire, the cobblestones smell of death and corruption. I'm staying with an associate, Megan Foster, aboard her vessel, the dreadful Wale. We'll leave for Dunwall in the morning, as soon as the tides are willing. I keep thinking of the way sweet Jessamine was stolen from you and your father, and I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. I was asked to pay you a visit.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Megan!
Off we go, Sokolov, to somewhere more private.
Oh my. What's wrong with you? So, was Megan possessed somehow? No, I'm probably reading too much into that. Yeah, I think I'm definitely reading too much into that. Okay. Yeah, so things are bad. Things are just kind of bad. So let's see what the good... Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, no, we've already... Yeah, we've already read that. Never mind. Alright. Let's chat.
Alright. You've explained part of it. But what were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaca, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn Corvo.
There were reports about tensions rising, corruption, street violence. I didn't give it much mind. Usually the local authorities resolve that sort of thing.
The new Duke has let things slide, but Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Addermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers, the Crown Killer.
Addermeyer. All right. I'll get inside. The Crown Killer has to be eliminated, and if the alchemist will cooperate, maybe I can learn something about what happened to Sokolov. Wish me luck.
If you need my luck, Sokolov's as good as dead. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around. We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready.
Ooh, alright. I did not even notice this board before. So, what have we got here?
Mortimer Ramsey. The Duke couldn't have pulled off the coup without someone inside the City Watch.
And apparently he was in Karnaca at some point.
I don't know Duke Luca Abel, but Corvo served under Luca's father, and said Theodanus was a good man. Delilah. My aunt, if that's really true. She has a twisted way of looking at the world.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, if Corvo said somebody was a good man, it was probably true. He seems like he would be an okay judge of character. And we've already read this twice at least. Newspaper clipping.
This Dr. Hypatia. She seems to represent the good that's possible within the Empire.
And yet somehow she got wrapped up in all of this.
So the Crown Killer was a tool of the Duke's coup. The murders had a calculated effect.
Anton Sokolov.
Sokolov seems so much older now.
Hypatia Addermeyer. Or maybe not. But it definitely... The solution is definitely... Oh no, created by Dr. Alexandria Hypatia. Okay, so never mind. Her last name is not Addermeyer. So renowned at the Addermeyer Institute. Okay. So the solution is somehow linked to her as well. Where are we? Alright, so we are headed to an island. I guess we are just somewhere in the bay right now.
It looks like the overland route to the Addermeyer Institute goes through the carriage station.
I don't know what that means right now, but it will probably become important later on. I'll have to keep that in mind. Is this door still locked? Yep. So, I guess the ship is our new base of operations, which is kind of cool. The bar from the first game was, you know, it was alright, but this definitely seems more compact. I'm not as worried about having to re-explore this place every time we come back here, every time we complete a mission. And I'm still flabbergasted about how to get to that rune. Maybe it's outside? Maybe, yeah, that would make sense. Or maybe it's just behind that door that we currently can't get through. Either way, I think we are done in here, so let's head up and have a look around the deck. Alright, so there's the skiff. I didn't really get to have a good look at the deck before we had to talk to Megan. Pistol bullets? Nah. I will take those crossbow bolts.
The jewel of the South. My father's birthplace.
They call it a jewel, but it definitely does not... Hey! Oh, but I still don't have any way to ignite that. Never mind. I got excited. I thought we could take care of those blood flies. Alright, all of this is just carryable. It's not lootable. So, a reflection... Ooh, more of this story. Not sure what kind of captain would think that he deserves to eat better than his men, but I don't know. I am not a military person. Maybe that's just the way things go, but I feel like it would be better to do things differently. Okay. The water's alright. I think it looks decent. It does not look like saliva. Where does this go, I wonder? Oh, what the... Okay, but why, though? Alright. Let's just... Okay, so after that odd little detour, let's continue looking around. I don't see anything else to open here. Is it even possible to get up there? Yes, I can. Awesome. Though I doubt that's how the crew traverses from one deck to the other. Okay. So, nothing really of interest around here. Can I jump in the water? Yep, I'm going in just a second. I'm gonna look at the upper deck up here, though I think I'll find much the same. Yeah. Not really much going on out here. I'm sure all of this will... I can't jump up there, okay. I'm sure all of this will become important if we ever have to sneak around here. But for now, let's dive in. Rune or bone charm nearby. Equip the heart. You know, I just realized I jumped in here. Acquire powers. Okay. Oh, we have to service. We are running out of air. Oh my gosh. Come on, Emily. Okay. And now let's get back to the ship because I jumped in this horribly turbid water without considering the consequences. Yep. And there is something. Oof. The water gives me the heebie-jeebies. Okay. Got anything else for us, Heart?
Those around you cannot see me. I am here and not here when you call to me.
If I remember right, this is the heart of Jessamine, so that's kind of... ugh. That's a little grim. Alright. Before we go and talk to Megan and begin the next mission, I am going to take just a moment to poke around in the menu. Alright, so I purchased the power... what is it called? Dark Vision, which should let me see enemies through walls. Basically, I'm just hoping to get a little bit more situational awareness, because running into enemies unexpectedly was not a fun time. And I also used one rune to give us the ability to deflect projectiles by blocking. I don't know how quickly enemies are going to begin shooting at us, but I think it's probably best if we are prepared for that. So, let's begin the next mission.
Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
Yes, we are ready.
Let's go see the streets where my father grew up.
Off we go then.
It won't do to be recognized.
I'd take you to Adamire by boat, but security's too tight. The Grand Guard have a watchtower there. Go inland and use the carriage station. Before his death, the old Duke of Serkono spent decades building up Karnaca. After Duke Luca Abel took over, he started draining the wealth out of the city as fast as he could. Orgies and week-long feasts.
Having more fun here than we were in Dunwall, it seems.
Watch yourself on the way to Adamire. The Duke's given the Grand Guard run of the city. Strangers get attacked on sight.
I'll keep my head down.
This is a good spot. Reach Adamire, take out the Crown Killer, and find out where Sokolov was taken. The alchemist, Hypatia. She'll help if she can. Sokolov likes her.
I'll see you later at Adamire. Just wait to bring up the boat until after I've disabled the watchtower.
Alright, and with that, I think we are going to go ahead and end this video here. When we come back, we will begin making our way to Adamire. Looks like we're going to be taking a carriage across to the Institute. But until then, if you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe. Leave some feedback down in the comments if you think there's anything I can be doing better when I'm producing these videos. But other than that, y'all be good, and until I see you again, God bless.